And hello everyone, hope you're doing alright. Oh, what's going on there? As soon as I switched over, the music's... there we go, that's fine. Alright, fix that up there. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Images. I hope everything... Did something... Did you lose access to something? The lockdown's been really hard on everyone. But don't go and do anything that you can't undo. You know, there's lots of people that care about you, so just see if there's something that some way that can relieve some of the stress for you. Let's see here, fix up my lighting a little bit. Change the focus here. Nope. But I'm glad to have you here today, Images. I'm always glad to have you, come in and join, be part of the community. Oh, there's something weird going on with my audio. Can I fix it? What is going on here? Is the audio still working for you? I might need to close down Spotify and reopen it. So I have my multi-output. Yep, save those changes. Yep, save those changes. There we go. Reopen Spotify. What is going on? Why can I not hear anything? Oh, there we go. That seemed to have fixed it for me. It looks like it was just my headset that was acting up. Alright, so let's get some painting in here. You know what, let's hang out, Images. Let's talk about stuff here. What seems to be bothering you today? What can I do to help take your mind off of it? Sometimes we just need a break from the things that are causing us stress. Obviously, we can't just forget about those problems, but having a nice little place to escape from it can be really helpful. Let's see here if I do that. That looks too in my way. Close that up, close that up. Close all of those. Close that up. There we go. Just close up as many windows as I can. And I guess I should probably finally announce the Discord server that I'm online. This is really bright. I probably need to just lower that exposure. Because that's a little unreasonable. If I do that, if I lower the exposure but increase the... No, lower the brightness, lower the exposure. Maybe reduce the contrast. No, this is still too white. Here, I just need to lift that up. Is my skin exploding again? It is. Heck. So if I go in the 30s, my skin wasn't so bad before. Yeah. It's hard to see these details up close otherwise, though. Pardon me, sorry about that. Okay. I'll just close that all up. Alright, so this is going to be problematic because I need to use this a lot today. What if rotate that, rotate this, do that, and then I can have that over here. That looks like that'll have to do. Hey, you're back. I'm glad to see that there. Talk to me, Limaches. What's going on? What's bothering you? Can't just casually talk about those kind of things there. You can get people worried. And like I was mentioning before, there's lots of people that care about you. Hey Shay, how's it going there? Just need to be dead. No, that's not a solution. Nice to see you, Shay. Bonsoir. I'm doing alright. A little concerned about Limaches. But besides that, you know. I was trying to make myself a chamomile tea earlier today, and I found myself getting upset because I didn't have chamomile tea. I'm not usually one to be upset about a lack of tea, but I came to realize I thoroughly enjoy that tea. And so, you know, I was stressing out, which I caught myself off guard. I have to be right back, just for a quick second here. I can feel my nose dripping on my face, and I just need to finish this here. And usually I have a Kleenex right beside the mic, but it doesn't seem to be the case today. And sorry for the late start. You know, I was a little preoccupied. I was trying to see if I could get some community help on identifying some bits that I had picked up in the early 2010s. I think I purchased it around 2013, but this was on eBay. And you know what? Funny enough, my eBay account doesn't even go back that far on its records. So I don't know if there was a second account that I was using or what the deal was. But today, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna, gonna hang out as a group here. Here we go. This is what we need. We're just gonna paint some dudes. It's weird to think about it, but these Marines are about the same age I was when my parents were my age. My parents had me at a very young age. Young age of, So sometimes I think about that. And the idea of having a 10-year-old right now is really hard for me to fathom, And I have a lot of respect for people who have kids that young. I mean, obviously it's a struggle. But, being able to do that's really cool. Obviously not for everyone. But just something to think about, You'll be lurking? Hey, cool. What's your next sculpture project? See, right here, it looks like this still needs to be just a little brighter. There we go. I hope this will work. Last time I tried to do something flying, I canceled the project. Oh, I could be doing some of the wings. Gara, oh, that should be cool. Yeah, I just have to plan according to your oven. So probably just have to do a smaller sculpture. Centimeters. Neither was 20 plus. There you go. Yeah, it can be tricky to do smaller sculptures, but you got this. I have no doubt. It was a good learning experience. So I finished that guy there. I'm going to be right back. Just grabbing just a little piece of tissue. Alright, so put that in the corner over there, and I'm back. Let's see here, can I? Oh, I already have it on. Well, that's handy. Good planning, Tress. I should probably hop over to the multi-stream tab. Let's see here. Ooh, that is silk white hot. Just got myself vanilla bean tea. I think this is one of the Marines that I tried green stuffing originally. Oh man, I made a mess of some of these models. Well, that's what learning's all about, right? Oh, I hear a kitty. Hey, hey, hey. Don't need to scream. Come on. You gonna come up? Okay, well. Come on. Here, let's cut the screaming out. Just put you on your pedestal. There you go. Yeah, see, you're above all other life forms, as you decree. Hello, hello. Oh, do you want to smell it? Yeah. You smell it. It's just a rubber glove. Yeah, see, it's not so bad. There we go. Need to drop down. There we go. So I don't hurt my back. So. Got that already there. A little bit. Yeah. See, people are starting to come on in. Hello to everybody. Nice to see you. So, for those who are tuning in, maybe haven't seen some of my previous streams. So I've just recently kind of gotten back into Games Workshop miniatures, and when going through my collection of old minis, I found a bunch of my old Space Marines that I had back from the Blackreach box, Assault on Blackreach, as well as the Dark Vengeance box. So you can see here I've got like the Dark Vengeance bikers. This is still very dark. Let's see if I can try to up that exposure. Maybe even just the brightness. There we go, that's a little bit better. So, you know, there's some cool sculpts in here that you might not see usually. So hopefully that's fascinating for some people, and hopefully I don't, you know, make it too terrible of a mess. But you know, I've had these models for a very long time, and frankly, if I mess them up a little bit, well, it's better than leaving them gray forever, you know? And you know what? I'm gonna go close the door, and you know what? I can show you guys little Ganon. Ganon's with me right now. So I'll just take care of a couple of these here. I'm just trying to put in wash very selectively. I don't want to muddy up the entire model, you know? I'm just trying to create some additional depth in select areas. So here, give me 1 sec. Okay, so I'm back. So Ganon, as soon as he's done that, he will come right back up. So in the meantime, let's continue on with our model. He started screaming, and his sister's got some real bad anxiety, and when that happens, he causes her to have little panic attacks. So we're just gonna feed him just a couple of, you know, a little snack, just so he doesn't do that. I mean, I can't tell him to not be hungry. He's just expressing that he's hungry. Any of the rest of you guys, oh, guys, gals, and non-binary pals, have pets that hang out with you when you paint? Oh, let's see, it looks like he's all done. Is he going to come back and be a little sweetum? We'll find out. Let's see here. Hey, buddy. Hi. Over here. here. There you are. Put you on your little pedestal. And we'll say hello to Ganon. This is Ganon. Let's see here. Take the, adjust the focus for him. Hey, bud. Here, let's see if I can move this. Let's pull it a little closer. Yeah. Oh. I think Chaos Cultist just got knocked down. Yeah, this is my little painting buddy. Hey, Making Tangles. Nice to see you. Good time where you guys are. Good time it is where you are. I don't know if I get what you mean by that, but it is a good time. It is 12:47. I don't know if that's a preferable time to other times. But I got my little Ganon. And he's not being evil. So that's a bonus. Let's see here. There we go. Let's see, and then we're gonna go all right here. It's good evening here. I guess good afternoon. Oh, good time. I understand what you mean now. Well, good time to you too. Good, happy time zone. Hi. Hi, Ganon. Oh, you were just gonna be notorious no matter what I do, aren't you? Aren't you, Ganon? You want out? Okay, I can let you out. Or I can just keep the door open. I think that would satisfy you a little bit more. Let's do a little bit of a darkening shadow there. Alright. My fuzzy master demands the door be open. There we go. Ah, and I'm back. Just like that. Happy time zone works better, yeah. It's all good. How are you doing today, Making Tangles? I keep going like this. I guess I should probably focus it a little bit more in there. There we go. Oh yeah, what do I got the focus on? Make sure the focus is nice and high. Is that my advanced? Where is that? Or no, sharpness, that's what it is. Bam, there we go. So that's all filed off. So it's just this. Here we go. What's the most recent project that you've been working on, Making Tangles? Making Tangles is also a streamer. You know, I'll do a little shout out here. You can always shout out yourself too. That's perfectly welcome. Everyone has access to the shout out command. So SO Making Tangles. There we go. So this guy looks hideous. This one was not my original paint job, so I'm still fixing it up. I figured before I continue doing highlights any further, I just want to get as much contrast as I can in certain areas. So just in the areas like the crevices, we're just going to keep going in and making this object a little more three-dimensional. You made an ox. Ooh, exciting. Okay, perfect. I look forward to taking a look at that. I usually have, just full disclosure, I usually have Discord closed when I stream, but so if you give me just a second, I'll go take a look at it. I just need to do this here. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, let's go take a look at that. So, pull that up here. Is it in the everything else file? There we go. Oh, it's a little... Oh, for the Lunar New Year. That's wonderful. I like that a lot. That looks beautiful. That's a great job. I like that. I like the little the golden yellow trim that you put on there. Very much reminds me of like the cards and envelopes that you would get on Lunar New Year. Ink Hio. Oh, okay. Is that the envelopes? I do not know the names for them, unfortunately, the proper names. Following a Malaysian streamer as well. She had a big stream about it. Ang Kapau are the envelopes, and there is a lot of lore behind it in a lot of different ways in specific countries celebrate. Today is the birthday of the Jade Empire, the 9th day of LNY. Fascinating. Yeah, no, there's a in the Eastern Hemisphere, there's a lot of very cool this history and culture. Some very ancient civilizations with some really cool traditions, you know. You know, I'm lucky enough that I get to partake in a lot of those celebrations. I also live in a city that has a rather sizable Asian population, primarily Chinese, but there's a lot of other cultures here as well. And so I get to, during the Lunar New Year, in a non-pandemic world, I get to go out and, watch the lion dances, gets to go and just really enjoy and, just experience some celebrations and culture. So I'm very thankful that I get to do that, because I definitely didn't back in my hometown. Lunar New Year. I see. Yes, exactly. Nope. And I don't call it Chinese New Year because it is it is celebrated by multiple cultures, and not exclusively to Asia either. But yeah, no, you're very correct in doing that. Having grown up as a kid, I knew it just as Chinese New Year, but it's since I've gotten older, I've kind of dropped that. Obviously, the older generation, like my mom, will still call it Chinese New Year, and I want to say things, but there's kind of certain things that are just like so driven into people at past certain ages. And when their exposure to other cultures is very minimal, so they don't really have to reinforce it very often, it's hard to try and be like, well, no, it's not just the Chinese New Year. And it's like I'll get met with like, whatever, and I'm just like, no, please, fine. And so it's tricky, but I mean, like, everyone kind of faces that with like the only person to have those struggles and try to politely correct your elder family members, only be met with whatever. And I'm just like, man, come on, please. Well, Spring Lantern Festival comes closest, but I think that could be referring to just the day, the next Friday. I think the Spring Western... I'm familiar with what you're referring to. And I do believe that's a separate part of a lot of those traditions. Like, it's... I know what you're referring to. I think that is a separate event, like, that happens the day after, similarly to how we have New Year's Eve and then New Year's Day. I could be wrong. I'm not thoroughly educated on the matter, but I'm familiar with that name. There we go. So just a little bit more. I'm really trying to see if I can nail these like camera settings, but the thing is, like, it's already quite bright. But like, this is, there we go. It's a little bit better. No, it's a little too bright actually. Trying to make sure that like you guys get like a good view of like what I'm trying to do. Luckily I can do this all with like while I'm wearing gloves without my skin getting in there. Lunar New Year is 15 days, half a moon cycle, and I don't know what IRC is. Your minis are lovely, by the way. Oh well, thank you. I'm trying to, you know, just spruce them up. So like you can see here, it's, well, see in the camera, the darkness looks so dark. How can I? Is that just the contrast that I need to? No, it's not the contrast. The contrast is fine. Is it the brightness? No. Well, the brightness makes it look better, but I need to find a way to make it so that this shadow here isn't so hecking dark. It's not that. It's not the is it the saturation? No, because the saturation is going to do other things. Yeah. What happens if it turn on auto? Okay, we turn on auto. Advanced. Nope. Nope. Heck. Okay. Well, you know what? I tried. I tried. I think it's just that like I need to have like the black backdrop. Because like on the camera, this little bit already looked quite dark, but in person it doesn't. Like, so you can see like that. There we go. Like this is what it actually looks like. So right now I'm just going in and I'm just trying to create those shadows, right? And now it looks a bit more like that. And it just helps differentiate the bits of the armor. So what's new with everybody? I don't really have a whole heck of a lot to talk about right now. I saw the newest episode of WandaVision. I gotta say, that show is like way more exciting than I had anticipated. The trailer did not set it up to be as intense as the show actually is. So like when I finally started watching it, it was just nothing but like a pleasure surprise. I will say though, the first 2 episodes are like rather slow. The second one not so much as the first. The first is like just all like build up, so that you have an idea of like how things are starting out, and yeah. So has Muffin already picked up the blacksmith, the fantasy blacksmith? Missed a little bit of what I said. Something about a blacksmith model? Yeah. Did Muffin get the Lego Fantasy Blacksmith? No, he isn't that interested in that one. Waiting for the bookshop to get back in stock. Oh, fair enough, fair enough. I'm super excited about that blacksmith. I grew up with the fantasy sets, like the knights and castles and stuff. So seeing that one is just a huge nostalgia trip for me. And then like years later after that, there was like the space bugs, there was the it was like the water aliens or something like that, and they had like the manta ships. Oh, of course. No, it's perfectly valid to not be interested in those ones. Yeah, like the old like Black Knight stuff, like from the very early '90s. Those are the Lego sets that like I grew up with. And so whenever I see like just like classic like fantasy or like medieval, I get very excited. And like the Lord of the Rings sets, like they were kinda like that, but it didn't really scratch the same itch. A crocodile train. Ooh, that sounds cool. Oh, Gesundheit. That's what you said. Because I sneezed. I see. Thank you. I don't know a lot about trains, but the train model is called Crocodile. That sounds very cool. My brain totally farted that I had even sneezed without muting. My apologies. I hope that wasn't too loud. Like, my brain is just pudding lately. Yeah. My concern is more so a that I didn't realize that you had said Gesundheit at first, and then second that I know how loud that can potentially be. I am not exactly a quiet sneezer. I've got like the full body sneezes. Unfortunately. When I was a kid, my stepdad used to say, "Stop trying to make your sneezes loud." And I'm like, how do I even try to do that? I don't know how you could make a sneeze louder. I have strong lungs. I have a loud sneeze. Like I said to someone last week, it's a long month. It's been March for almost a year now. That's what I've been telling people. I'm like, it just feels like it hasn't stopped being March. Like March 2020. It's about the same temperature now, too. Living with someone who throws his back sneezing, so know all about it. Yep. Nope. It's... yeah. Ooh, this is a nice tea. I like this one a lot. There we go. Yeah, no, I've had sneezes where, because like my whole body will jerk with it, and so like, not the sneeze itself, but like the involuntary reaction the rest of my body can have if I don't prep for it can like move me in my chair. It's kind of comical. It's very cartoony. All right. There it is. Nope, that's the new dark tone. I want the old, almost run out dark tone. There we go. I have a habit of standing on both hands on my hips when sneezing and hurting my shoulder joint. Oh no. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, not all of us can be like Space Bear. Space Bear has very quiet sneezes. I may have heard the forbidden sneeze from Space Bear in the middle of chat once, and then been told never to describe it to another person so long as I live. Gotta tell you though, that intimidation factor goes like right down the drain after you hear her sneeze. Just being a dingus. Too funny. Dingus is a good not swear word. I love dingus. What's best about it too is like it can be said not admirably, but like it's like come on now, you're being a dingus. Almost affectionately is the word I would say. Or it's another way of telling a person stop being an idiot in a less offensive way. Because no one wants to be called an idiot. So one thing that I've noticed that I really like about these Assault on Blackreach miniatures, that's basically just a box set from 2008, and that is they have these cool like skull and crossbones on them. A skull, their emblem, huh? Are we the baddies? Man, what is that Taika Waititi movie where it's basically about it's a comedy but about the Hitler Youth, where all the kids are like in a camp. I don't know. I want to see it. I have mixed feelings on it because it's a pretty serious historical subject. But at the same time, I'm quite happy to know that like the main character, his mom is actually like protecting a Jewish girl. So I just hope that they were like careful when they made it, or respectful is the word I want to look for. That's all. I just hope it was done respectfully. I know it's a comedy, and so like comedy is inherently often not respectful. You know what I mean? Jojo. I love Taika Waititi, so I just yeah. Have you seen it? Is it great? It's quite a nice movie. It has no right to make me cry, but I came darn close. Yeah, it looks like it's supposed to be a feel-good movie. I really want to give it a shot. Alright. So after I'm done this, I'm going to do the Terminator skull style helmets. After I finish doing all these gosh darn shadows. There's way too many minis here. Way too many. It's very interesting, and there's some things that were correct. By not talk about it, we can. No, exactly. No, it's important to talk about those kind of historical things. I think it's very important so that people are aware of it, and you know, those kind of things never happen again. No, you can't ignore that they did happen. I just want to make sure that like people are respectful of the subject, because a lot of people, it's recent enough in human history that like there are people whose grandparents went through that. That's all. It's a very interesting subject, though. These are the quote-unquote skulls that I'm referring to. In terms of skull-style helmet. Where's the other one? I have two of them. Got my dreadnought here. Is he behind my dreadnought? No, he's not behind the dreadnought. Is that him? No, that's not him. Is that him? That's him. There we go. He's turned around. Yeah, so helmets like this. It just kind of helps him stick out a little bit. So, once the washes are finished. Oh, how many guys am I even painting? It was very clear about things that happened were severe and people living in a terrible way. Oh, good. Good. Good, 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 good. Okay, how many guys am I painting right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. About approximately 36 or 37. Why am I painting 36 or 37? He totally looks like a Bionicle. Yeah. That's a Bionicle head. That is totally a Bionicle head. Or Bionicle was inspired by these dudes. These guys are way older. I don't know. Let's see here. I need to fix that up because it still isn't gluing. You still have to do one of those helmet guys, I think. I still have to do most of those helmet guys. Oh, you mean yeah. Just these two. These two, and I'll be done the washes for the armor. I might have to touch them up again later, but. Okay, so what we're going to do here is I'm going to go in and we're just going to trench this. Be like, you must glue. Ugh, it smells terrible. Toxic stuff. My toys involve poison. Okay, cool. So we're gonna put this over here. And we'll do this guy while that wait or tries. Oh, oh man, maybe. I have no idea. They're so like what I'm doing right now is just, I'm just trying to emphasize the depth and the details before I add more highlights. So once I add highlights, yeah, one of the best ways to make highlights look brighter is by making the dark parts darker. And so areas where there's the joints and stuff. Gosh, these tracks are so different in how loud they are sometimes. We're just gonna turn that down a little bit. Or maybe what I'll do is I'll turn the actual thing down and go there. There we go. So this helmet guy's a thing, yeah. Nope, that one I saw. Because he held it, went looking for the other guy and finished it. This guy. You're right. I didn't do him at all. Thank you. Thank you. Good catch. You were absolutely right. I didn't touch him at all yet. That would have frustrated me a lot later, and I would have gone and inspected every single one of them if I had caught on to that. So thank you. I appreciate you saving me some time there. You're totally right. I'm absolutely conveyor belting these guys. Having a quote-unquote done pile after each task. There we go. There, you've cleaned up the mess from being a dingus today. You spilled chocolate on your... oh no. Like, was it like a hot chocolate? Was it like a melted chocolate? Half melted bits from a chocolate bar. Earlier this week I sat on my Easter egg and there's absolutely mess on my... oh no. An Easter egg? Isn't that like... isn't it April? I mean, I know it's certainly not in February here, at least. What time do you guys do Easter? Do you guys do Easter at a different time of the year than us? Possible. Not impossible. Oh my goodness, what is all this stuff? What am I looking at? Is that paper? Get out of here. Get out of here. Don't need you. Get out. Get out. It's like shaved plastic or something, I can't tell. Easter changes, but they start selling the eggs as soon as the New Year foods are gone. Really? Weird. Yeah, no. I mean, like, yeah, Easter changes, like, on what week it is here. But like we don't usually have Easter until let me double check this. I don't think we start having it until like April. When is Easter? When is Easter? Yeah, we don't have it until April. I wonder if they've started selling Easter stuff in here. Oh, we never have ours in March. Ours is usually like, I think it's usually like the first Monday of April is how we do it. But I mean, like, that's our country. Like, I could see other countries doing it totally, you know, their own way. But yeah, selling the candy early on, yeah. Well, we do Valentine's Day, so it would probably like we would have Valentine's first, and then Easter. Yeah. Kind of like what you're saying there, but I guess you're referring to like the Lunar New Year when you said New Year. Lunar New Year's usually the products over here only get carried, like won't get carried by like our drugstores or grocery stores usually. Usually you have to go to select shops. Normal New Year, really? You guys start selling it like as soon as like the normal New Year, like the solar New Year? That's bonkers. Yeah, no. We don't. I mean, we'll start like selling like Valentine's chocolates, but not Easter. Man, that's way too early for Easter. I didn't know Easter was the new Christmas. Oh, the chocolate's delicious, yeah. But you guys like start selling them like before Valentine's chocolates? Wow. That's fascinating. Yeah, that's totally different than over here. Well, I mean, that's what's kind of nice about learning about like other cultures. Yeah, maybe. They're about, I think, the same in terms of celebration over here. But Easter is way funner. But I would get very irritable if I started seeing Easter products like 3 to 4 months early. I would get very irritable. I don't like it when stuff like that happens. I'm an old grouch. It feels like to me Christmas stuff starts making its way earlier and earlier. I have seen Christmas stuff on display before, like at the beginning of October before, and I just get so upset about it. Because Halloween is my favorite holiday of the year. To put context into why I would get upset about it. And so it just, I think, yeah, there's no need for me to go into the details. I just like would like it if I could enjoy my Halloween before I started having like the stores try shoving Christmas on me. We don't really have products for New Year's. Like, what kind of products is it that you guys have for New Year's? What is that? It's more than that paper stuff. Hey, something twitchy. Nice to see ya. Oli Bolin. I don't know what Oli Bolin is. Yeah, just right now this is an Assault on Blackreach Terminator. He doesn't really have any of the standout things on him. Let's grab the other one here. Oh, that one's ugly. I don't like that one. So like there's this one that's got like the skull and crossbones on his leg, which is really cool. Okay, so I've done that. So now I need to grab all the Terminators. And I need to update their heads. Where's the rest of the Terminators? Come on. There's one. You've already had yours. You don't have the helmet. You've already had yours. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I need 3 more. There's one. Power sword. And what are you up to today? Something witchy? Anything cool and exciting going on? Heck, where are those Terminators? Oh, they're right over here. I'm blind. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. A typical Dutch thing. Fried dough balls, very sticky dough, and you have to scoop it and drop in frying oil. It floats and should turn around on its own when it's done. That sounds wonderful. Okay. So for these helmets, what I'm going to do, I've already done it on a couple of them. And this one's going to need some cleanup, of course. But just do some game color khaki, and then just go in here all around the face. It just kind of really helps differentiate them from like the mass of other Space Marines I have. So is that the khaki right there? It looks like it could be. Yes, it is. Okay, cool. So I already have some on my palette. I'll just alright, wipe some of that off. So just get started. And it's gonna look like hot garbage when we first start doing it here. But yeah, something witchy. These are the Terminators. I mentioned the Blackreach, but from Blackreach and from Dark Vengeance. So these are some old Terminators. But, you know, they're a little special to me, so. And they've kind of been sitting around forever, so I'm just like, you know, I should really paint them up. I already had the Dark Vengeance ones painted up, but since I've decided I'm no longer going to do, who are they called? The Black Templar, that's it. Were the Dark Vengeance Terminators the proper Dark Angel ones? Yes, they were. However, because I don't play Dark Angels, I did things like snip off the big obnoxious wings that this guy had on his thing. But yeah, so this is the Dark Angels one. Hooded and all? No. I was not good enough with my green stuff to make the Black Templar hoods, which is actually one of the reasons why I decided to convert them over to Exorcists. You got all your stuff. You're beating me to it before I can even explain or answer. Yeah, no, so I was looking up like stuff, and I was like, okay, well, I want my Chaos Marines to be black and gold. I really like the Black Legion color scheme. But then I was like, oh man, but like then I'm gonna have like nothing but like if one of my friends wants to borrow an army or something like that, it's not gonna be like just dark armor, and I was like, man, that's not very good. It's gonna be hard on the eyes. So I was like, okay, well, what I can do is I can repaint them. And honestly, I was super lazy with these. Like, this was a few years back. And I was like, cool, primer and then white trim and I'm done. So I didn't really have a whole lot that I had to do. I just had to, I didn't need to strip them or anything. So here I am, just painting over the top of things. He's going to need a second coat. Yeah. So I was trying to look up stuff, and I was like, okay, who's cool? Like, who's got a cool scheme or thing? And Wolf Parable in the Discord server, he was telling me about the Exorcists, and I was like, okay, tell me all about the Exorcists. And he's like, well, they are the only successor chapter to the Grey Knights. And I was like, that's already big bonus points for me, because I really like the Grey Knights. I think they're really cool. Like a Space Marine chapter that all they do is go and hunt down demons. Holy heck, that's awesome. And he's like, yeah, They intentionally, like, in order to become a exorcist, you have to get willingly possessed by a demon. And I was like, what? About the baby carrier dreads, I do not know anything about baby carrier dreads. Tell me all about it. Like babies piloting dreadnoughts? Grey Knight dreads. Oh! It's not as cool looking as a regular dreadnought. You're talking about the ones that you, like, they pilot without actually being like, it looks like a toddler strapped to an adult. Yeah, I don't know. I look at it and all I think of is the construction suit that Ripley wore in Aliens, the second one. So I never thought of that. Toddler strapped to an adult. Oh, jeez. It's not the coolest looking model. I don't think it's the coolest looking model. I much prefer a proper dreadnought. Holy heck, the Primaris dreadnoughts are massive. I think those are very cool looking. That's a much more flattering comparison. It is. I mean, if someone was like, you look like Ripley, I was like, excellent, I can die happy now. Ripley is like the coolest character ever. Have you ever seen the Sisters of Battle pseudo dread? Oh, the one where, like, there's two of them that I've seen. There's the one where it's like a coffin, and that looks super, super cool. I love all, like, the Catholic imagery with it. It was like something like it's powered by their sins or something like that. And I was like, oh man, this kind of sounds cool. The new leggy one. I don't know. I'll have to take a look. Or are you referring to the one that also looks like the Grey Knights one? Because I saw that one, and I thought the coffin one was much cooler looking. Oh yeah, no, I'm not a toddler on stilts. Your descriptions. Nothing's gonna sound cool if you say it like that. Oh goodness! Like you're not gonna make me want to get one. You're gonna want to make me stay away from them. Oh, I got another Dark Vengeance one here. Oh, too funny. I like that his power glove has spikes on it. This one they came with duplicates of, and I was not upset by that. Toddler on stilts. No. I think I know which one you're referring to. I prefer the coffin one. The one with the coffin looks much cooler. Toddler on stilts. Oh, jeez. You crack me up. I'm rubbish at remembering model names. So speaking of model names, I'll be honest, I'm a little bummed out that the army is not called the Sisters of Battle and is now like, what is it? It's like Adepta Sorida or whichever. I don't know. Like, the Sisters of Battle are way cooler. Like, we don't need guys in the Sisters of Battle. They've got like the male priest or whatever, and like when they were doing that, I was like, man, like, you guys are just like watering down the Sisters of Battle when you do stuff like this. Like, just give me the regular Sisters of Battle. They're super cool. So everything gets a descriptive nickname. Yeah, yeah, and the Guard got broken up into two groups too. There's like the Milita, and then there's the something. I don't know. They're all Imperial Guard to me. And it's just one of them looks blue and has better looking armor now. You're in the Guard, son. Adepta Mel, what now? Oh, jeez. But yeah, no. See, this is why I just like the Chaos Marines. But I think officially those are now given a silly name too, like Adepta Heretics or something like this. I'm just like, just go away. This is why I don't want to play the Warhammer. This is why I play what do you call it? Grimdark Future. Grimdark Future. They're not going to do any nonsense bonkers stuff. It's like, cool. They call them like the Heretic Astartes. Yeah. Have you checked out Grimdark Future? It's way cooler. it's rules light. I don't have to think too hard. And they've got like extra armies like space dwarves. So for people who still have squats, SOB are now Adeptus Sororitas. I hate it so much. I really dislike that. Like, I don't know. I don't know if it's just because I'm like, I played back in 5th edition. Like, anyone who didn't play back in 5th edition isn't really going to be as attached as I was, but I knew them as Sisters of Battle, and they were super cool. Squats making a comeback. Yeah! Heck yeah! Yeah, cause, there's like other companies that do like sci-fi war games, like Mantic Games. They've got their Forge Fathers, I think is what they call them. And they're just like a bunch of like Viking space dwarves. And so what you do is you pick up those models and any of your leftover squats and whatever you've 3D printed or whatnot, and then you're like, cool, these are my space dwarves army. I'm gonna play Grimdark Future. Bam. The old model range came across some really cool SEO files for Chaos Dwarves. Chaos Dwarves seem super cool. Like, I'm always seeing stuff for like Chaos Dwarves, and I'm like, I don't know what the history as to why there's a huge Chaos Dwarf trend, but like I want to know more about it because they look just so cool. Very tempted to get printing. What kind of printer are you running? Are you printing like off of an Elegoo, or are you printing off of? I don't know any of the model range names. Was Chaos Dwarves a Warhammer Fantasy army? Ah, you got the Anycubic Photon. Okay, cool. That's a name I recognize. I don't know much about it, but I recognize the name. I know it's supposed to be pretty good. Yeah, old school fantasy, yeah. I like a lot of their models. A lot of GW's decisions don't always make sense to me. So, yeah. But I did get, thanks to a community member, so way back when I first got these, I got the Dark Vengeance box, and when I was painting the Chaos Space Marines, it was kind of like the first time I'd really, like, I'd been painting for a while, and I was painting because I enjoyed painting, but it was like one of the first times I really fell in love with painting, just for the sake of painting. Later on, I was in between jobs, so what do? You sell some of your stuff, just to try and make sure that you got a little extra padding, a little cozy. And I ended up selling my Chaos Space Marines. Well, lovely community member Colin was like, "Hey, I've got," because I was reminiscing and telling my woes, and he was like, "I have two. I'd be willing to part with one." And so he, I gave him an offer, and he told me the offer was too high. And so he gave me a really nice deal. So after these Space Marines, I'm going to be painting like the Chaos Chosen, the Hellbrute. In my opinion, Dark Vengeance had the best Hellbrute, like, period. I really don't like the new Hellbrute. It has no character to it whatsoever. I hear Ganon. Ganon is in agreement, yeah. What else? There was the Cultists. Cultists were pretty cool. He threw in some bikers, so I assembled those last night. Yeah, no, I'm ever grateful. So, like, for the next month, I'm just going to be, like, singing praises to my good dear friend Colin in the UK. Oh, it was the coolest box set ever. Like, I think you and me talked about that before too. We talked about Dark Vengeance, and I think you said it was the first first set that you got, right? Or was I talking with somebody else about that? I don't know. I gush about that set. It was just the coolest box set. Hi, buddy. I already fed you. Can you not? Can you not, Ganon? Like, I fed you just an hour ago a snack so that you would exactly not do this. Hey. Yeah, last time I managed to get into the stream. Yeah, that's what I thought. See, I got a memory. I can remember people. I try very hard to remember the conversations I have with people. Yeah, no worries. You enjoy that coffee. Hi, Ganon. Hi, buddy. Aw, you're being sweet. Yeah. Hey, Jester! Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I'm really just trying to get these up to date. I think I was counting them earlier. It's something like 30 some Space Marines I've got here. Tell Ganon he has fans among your fans. Is fans among my... Oh, I see. Oh, yeah, no. I don't think he is at all aware of the fact that he has a, like, an emote, or the fact that, like, you know, people revere him as a lord. Yeah? Yeah, just cleaning his butt right now. You know, it's great. How's Mello doing today? I am doing really well today, Jester. How are you doing today? I hope your day is going nice and smoothly. Me, I think I'm doing pretty good. Yesterday, I got to assemble the Chaos portion of my Dark Vengeance box. Community member heard my tale of woe and sadness about how I had to part with the Chaos half, and that was my favorite half. And was kind enough to... He had 2 box sets of it, and he was kind enough to sell me half of one at a ludicrously low deal. So I tried to really make sure he got a good chunk. Oh, that's exciting, yeah! Here, give me 1 second. Here, first I'm going to do 2 things. One, I'm going to blow my nose and mute. And the other is I'm going to go pull out some of those models. Okay, so I just started collecting Chaos Marines. I got the start collecting box because it's a crazy good deal, and that's where I got the the Venom Crawler. So this is a super like cool looking model. Oh man. I don't get to hear the gross. Oh jeez. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. He's got like a creepy mouth and thing in there, and a lot of metal bits. Lots of stuff there for me to get to work with. What do you call it? Weathering effects. And let's see here. So we've got a whole bunch of stuff here. So I ended up getting a box of Khorne Berserkers because you can't go wrong with that. And I actually used to have the Khorne Berserkers back when. So like this is one of my first Khorne Berserkers. You can see he's got the smaller base. Still using a 25mm versus like the new Corn Berserkers who are a little bit larger, and on their 32 mil. And yes, I did magnetize. I am that person that magnetizes stuff, so that's just, I want to make it so that when I go and pull this out into the living room, I can just pull out the whole tray and I can tilt it. Oh, the scratching has begun. I have to go and feed cats. So I'm going to just put this on the be right back, or the getting ready screen, and I will be right back. My apologies, everyone. Okay, I'm back. Hopefully, Zelda will stay calm. Sorry about that there. Alright. Honestly love magnetizing more things. Good on ya. I think it's a good moment for me to go to bed. Alright, you have yourself an excellent rest of the night there, Making Tangles. It was wonderful to have you join. And I hear you there. I have 3 cats myself and named them after cheese. We have blue, cheddar, and mozzarella. That's adorable. I love that. I'm probably gone when you see this, so have a lovely day and early good night. Well, thank you. I appreciate that, Making Tangles. So yeah, so just put my gloves back on here. Alright, so I'm back. So, what do we got here? We got 15 berserkers. Some of them need some bits so I can put their arms on. So I'm just a little low on weapon bits right now. And then I've got my 5 chosen. So I absolutely am in love with these. This was from, oh, it's a little too bright. There we go. This one here, thank you. I've got the lightning claws here, but when I had started playing Warhammer 40k originally, before this set, a lot of the Chaos Marines were nowhere near as intricate or as detailed as these guys. Now that's kind of become a little closer to the standard. Like, let's see here. I mean, this I got from the Start Collecting box, so, you know, it's not as detailed, because this was one of those, you know, start playing, I think it was the 8th? No, not 8th. 6th. I think this was for 6th edition. You know, and they really want to incentivize players to buy a new big box. You know, they're still very cool looking, the new ones. But these guys are just gorgeous. Like, the details on those models, unbelievable. Fierce, yeah, they're very, like, you know, like, these guys even have extra guns. Like, he's got the pistol, but he's also got, like, his rifle there. He's got a power fist. Just love these. Looks like a 6th edition. Was 6th edition a bit over the top on the details? Because, like, my gosh, like, this guy's got, like, this, like, tube going up into his helmet. He's got his dagger. He's got his big power axe. He's got a rifle. Some of the new Necron models. Oh. So I've never been a Necron player myself. So when I, admittedly, when I look at the new Necrons, they look just like the old Necrons to me. I'm not able to tell the differences whatsoever, unfortunately. So here we've got the Hellbrute, which is... This one's going to need a lot more light to be able to make anything out on him, because he's just primed. You can see his face in there. Now he's got his multi-melta, some exhaust pipes, muscle and stuff. He looks... I was looking at the new, what do they call them? Obliterators. And I was thinking that the Obliterators... I play Necron and Tyranids. I love Tyranids. Tyranids are really good. That's what got me started into 40k, actually. Hey, Shay! Has a cute little face. This guy? He's like in there. He's like, ah! But yeah, these Obliterators that were in the Start Collecting Chaos Marine boxes, when I saw them, like, and I was looking at, like, maybe not hit this one's feet. We'll pull up the other one here. Like, when I was looking at these, I was like, this looks just like the Hellbrute from 6th edition. Just like, look at these here. We'll compare their butts. So we can see this one, he's got his legs spread apart there, because he's more of a dreadnought. Right? So, like, you can see, like, there's the similarities of, like, it looks like it was a dreadnought that flesh grew over. But, like, when we look at these feet, right? Let's see here. Get that light in there. See the feet there. All right, take a look at this guy and his feet. Now, his feet are very similar, eh? Hey, something witchy. I returned to comparing butts. Came back to the good stuff. I've Tyranids for your first army, and will be your last. I love them to pieces. I love the Tyranids too. I just like over time I got really tired of painting Tyranids pretty quickly. Just because they're high volume models, right? Like when you've painted one Tervagon, you've painted every Tervagon. Not Tervagon. What do you call it? Termagant. That's it. Termagant. So that was kind of like why Chaos became so appealing to me. I'm like, yes, I want these. Some Play-Doh for the kids, so I don't respond for a bit. Hey, no worries there, Jester. Please help. I have 120 Termagants. I know, right? It's just like, it makes my head hurt. But you know, like you play with you open up the start collecting Chaos Marines, and they're like, here, have 2 super possessed, and I was like, awesome. Yeah, right? These ones are really cool looking. So let's see if there we go. That's the sweet spot. So we've got like this big claw. His exhaust pipes have come to life in their mouths now. And this guy's got like this big blade arm. He's got like bone ribs, or rib cage. You know, he's got this like everything about it is just so cool. The new start collecting Chaos Space Marines. Oh, you picked one up too? Awesome. I was really surprised to find out that literally everything except for the Lord of Possession or whatever was like exclusive to that box set. Because I got all of like the Chaos Space Marines in there, and when I opened up the sprue, I was like, oh, these are like the kind of Space Marines you would expect to get in a box set. Like they're fit, like you don't get to pick what the poses are or anything. Like it's strictly like this guy and these pieces fit together one way and one way only. And I was very surprised to see that. And then I started looking and comparing it to the just like, you know, box of 10 Chaos Space Marines. Yeah, old style monopose. You know, with the exception of like, will this guy have his gun pointed up or will he have it pointed down? Like that was the most there was to it, right? But yeah, I started comparing it and I was like, okay, like these guys don't come in that set, so that was kind of fascinating. And then what else we got here? I picked myself a Karn because this model is just really cool looking. It's just really cool looking model. What do we got? More Dark Vengeance stuff. We've got our Chaos Lord with this big freaking like power sword that has like souls on it and stuff. His big flowing majestic cape. Or the Aspiring Champion, also a great model. Primed in red, so it's a little hard on the camera. But okay, so actually something witchy. Maybe you know about this here. Looks like a Lich King sword. Yeah, totally. So years ago when I was doing all this, there was a box of bits that I bought. So this is not GW, this arm. And I don't think this head is either. Because I recently came across more Possessed, and this head is not in that set. Oh, arm fell off. Whoops. Oh, that's okay. But like, Do you know who it is that manufactured these bits? I got them off eBay. I disarmed him. I did. I got these off eBay quite a while ago. And I have no idea who it was anymore that made them. Like I tried searching. It was like possessed arm bits or like possessed heads. I bought like 2 baggies, like just like small Ziploc bags full of bits. And I want to see, you know, can I? Because like I really liked the stuff that they made. I want to see if I can get them again. So I'm like, I've been going around on the internet being like, hey, do you know who this is? Have you seen this arm? I think I need to... This actually... Not sure. How long ago would you say I got it? Oh man, like 2013, maybe 2014 or 15. It was a while ago, and I got it off eBay of all things. Yeah, no, these are plastic. Yeah. I'm using plastic glue right now because I am allergic to super glue. And nope, needs to bond a little bit longer there. Okay, there we go. There we go. Let that rest. Hey, no worries. I don't anticipate anybody to be a miniature historian. 2013 is when you started playing War Machine. Yeah, back when War Machine was all resin and all metal bits. No plastic models. Yeah. Still have the Hellbrute over here. Pick that up too. I cannot express how much I look forward to painting this. And just like, look how much cooler he is than this like freaking Dreadnought. He's like, oh, bam, bam, bam. And he's like, oh. Ahem. It is important to play with your toys. Do I have a Legion in mind? Yeah, I'm gonna go with the who's it called? The Black Legion. I'm gonna go with the Black Legion because they have separate war bands for dedicated to all of the demon, the Chaos Gods, and I really like the Death Guard models a lot. Arthesia approved playing with minis or sculptures. Yeah, exactly, right? You gotta play with your toys. So I want them to be compatible. Like, if I put them alongside each other, they look like they're part of the same force. So, yeah, so I'm gonna go with them, and I'm gonna use like the Bringer of Decay color scheme for all of the Nurgle things, and then for all of the Khorne Berserkers, they're going to go with like the Hounds of Abaddon color scheme, and like those are all just war bands within the Black Legion that are expressly dedicated to specific Chaos Gods. So like they're all very dark color, but they they should mesh pretty well together, which is what my intention is. Yeah, playing with your minis is the best part of having minis. It is, exactly, right? But yeah, especially since too, like I'm gonna be playing Grimdark Future, and Grimdark Future is a lot closer to like how they handle Chaos Space Marines, to how they were originally, where like, you know, you could have an army that has Plague Marines alongside with Berserkers, and the like, and like everything's like just like whatever, it's fine. Where instead of like now, where like, you know, Thousand Suns and Death Guard are their own dedicated armies, and like in Grimdark Future, they want to make sure that you can like use all your models. So like, if you go, I am a, you know, Death Guard, or what do they call it? Like Plague Bearers? I don't know what they're called. I honestly can't remember. It's like the Plague something. But it's a different loadout that just gives you different options of the same army, including different upgrades. So like the war one, which is like Khorne and stuff, makes it so that when you charge, you can get like an extra 2 attacks potentially. Playing with your Plague Marines, yeah. They're like Space Marines, except they're all diseased and they worship Nurgle. Death Guard. It's a unit in Death Guard. I love the Death Guard models. They're so high detailed. There's so much like just stuff going on. It makes me very happy. World Eaters have really cool rules in this edition. Ooh, do they? In 9th edition or 8th edition? Please tell me all about it, because I feel like Khorne has been like the most like short end of the stick. Ninth. Ooh. All right. Please tell me all about it. I am all ears. Hi, Ganon. Because I want there to be more Khorne models. Like, Thousand Suns and Death Guard have gotten, like, so much stuff. Like, just give me some, like, blood for the Blood God. Is that so much to ask? Am I being unrealistic in my request? Blood God, now. +2 attacks per model on a charge. Yeah. So Grimdark Future does that as well. And they get to fight twice? Whoa, that's brutal. That's real nasty. Absolutely mulch anything that gets within 12 inches of them. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. Karn the Betrayer is also an absolute beast. I saw these got like a radius effect and some other stuff. Hey, Ganon. But like, like I kind of mentioned before, I likely won't be joining in on like ninth edition or anything like that. Because, like, to me, what do you call it? Grimdark Future is to 40k as like 5th edition is to Dungeons and Dragons for me. Like, it's like, hey, like let's make it all about just like, you know, a little bit more digestible. And if there's like a rules conflict, like go with by the rule of cool. And like no, obviously, like, you know, play what's funnest for you, right? Like that's what it should all be about. There we go. Those helmets are a little hard. Yeah, exactly. And like I'm probably just gonna be like having these armies mostly to satisfy my painting, you know, cravings, as well as like I don't think I'm gonna be like traveling anywhere with any of these. I'm gonna be very much like a, hey friend, you came over, I have X number of armies, would you like to play with me? You know, unless there's like any like cool people in Vancouver who are like, hey Chris, like, you want to play? And I'm like, yeah, I do want to play. And they're like, do you want to play not at Games Workshop? And I'm like, yeah, I don't want to play at Games Workshop. And then everything will just be happiness. I remember back when I did play 5th, and I acknowledge that I played a pretty painful edition of Warhammer 40k. So that's my point of reference. I've spoken with members of the community like Loki, or Lucky Loki, who's been like, yeah, no, this is not how the game is anymore. Like, it gave me headaches with how crunchy 40k was. And, you know, I'm not really the greatest with math in the first place, you know? Have you seen the new Combat Patrol boxes from... they're looking to be ready to play 500-point armies. I don't think I have. I remember seeing something that was Combat Patrol, but I think it was... what was it? Let me take a look here. And now I have to Google. You're making me Google. Alright, let's see here. Maybe I have. In my head, everything is just start collecting. Games Workshop. So there's start collecting. And then search. But there's also Combat Patrol. Okay. Yeah, I have seen these. I saw the Space Wolves one and the Death Watch one. And I want to get the Death Guard one. I will say, though, I'm very confused about why the kind of like basically why there's such a price discrepancy between the two of them, because I did notice before, and again, I saw those before. I just presumed that they were start collecting boxes. So I guess they have HQ units and like elite units in it. Like, is that why there's that price difference? Because I noticed that like the Death Guard one includes Typhus, who's like on his own like a $40 model. Oh, I mean, that's true. That you're not. I have only like just been getting over like my grudges with Games Workshop. Oh, it's too funny. No, I'm whenever possible, I typically just shop from like my local friendly games store, well, quote unquote local, um, like 401 Games in Ontario, because they undercut Games Workshop by like a respectable amount, and I have like I think like a 2 or 3% discount on like every single purchase. Like that's super tiny, but like I will save every penny that I can because I'm a thrifty gamer. Or like I will like reach out to community members and be like, hey, do you have this bit and can I trade you miniatures for this bit? Your figs. Or like or what else, like, right, like and that's kind of another reason why I really prefer Grim Dark Future, because I can play Grim Dark Future and I mean like there's no change in like if I guess this isn't really a big game changer. I remember there was a point where I was like, I really like these models, and I've been told some stores have lightened up on this, but like there was very much the like no third-party products allowed in store policy in my Games Workshop, and so that kind of like added a little bit to my bitterness. Because there's some really cool ones. I kind of buy models in whatever way I can get them cheap. I have a lot of well-loved models. Yep, no, exactly right. Like, and it's a valid practice. It's, you know, I know that if I was to try and sell my Dark Vengeance stuff, I would have so few takers. Because like I went and like I snipped all like things that were overtly Dark Angels off of them, because I'm like, ew, no, I don't want Dark Angels. I want broody like paladin cosplayers. Am I painting Blood Angels? I am not painting Blood Angels. I am painting someone who has a very, very similar color scheme. The Exorcists. But thank you for asking. And the miniature I'm using happens to be a Dark Angel. But I am, going to call him an Exorcist. Because I think the Exorcists are really cool. Did you know that they get possessed by demons? Every single member, and then they exorcise themselves, and they have to survive that process for them to be considered an exorcist. I think it's really cool. I heard that and I was like, that sounds like something that you would see like in like a death metal album. Like, I just thought it was really cool. So you're painting the most hardcore chapter in the Imperium? That's what I thought, because I heard that and I was like, that is so cool. And they're the only successors to the Grey Knights, who in my previous like opinion was the coolest one until I heard about these guys. So yeah, kinda. Because like I thought oh man, those camera settings. Okay, let me, because I had it higher up earlier. There we go. I just want to make sure it doesn't get too bright on you guys. I was like, man, there's a chapter that's like all about just going and killing demons. That's hardcore. And then Buddy Wolf Parable told me about the Exorcist chapter, and then I went and I like did a little bit of searching, and I was like, these guys are my new favorites. Before them, it was the Black Templar. Or Dark Templar, Black Templar, I think, yeah. Who were like crazy. But yeah. that is what I am doing. But how are you doing today, Mark Mania? Are you doing well? Are you painting any minis? And what are you painting something witchy? What's your current project? You know, adding some flesh terrors is an option. Adding some flesh terrors. So I'm not the most knowledgeable 40k person. I have to try and remember what a flesh terror is. What is a flesh terror? Is that a Tyrannid gun? Aren't flesh terrors Tyrannids? Or is that a weapon? Very slowly painting up my Rubric Marine squads. Ooh. Tell me all about your Rubric Marine squads. I know nothing about them. Painting something smaller than 28mm. Ooh, smaller than 28mm? I only have one of those, and I've been avoiding it like the plague. It's not Time of Legends Joan of Arc, is it? Flesh Terrors are Blood Angels' successors? Oh, that's who they are. That's right, that's right. They're like the super close combat Blood Angels, like more close combat than Blood Angels, aren't they? Who is already a super in your face chapter. Flesh borers, thank you. Yes. Oh, what's going on there? Here, let me fix that there for you, Mark. My bot is a little angry sometimes. 8 messages were deleted. Oh my goodness. And yes, thank you for joining in the Discord there. Regular add, and then Mark Mania. There you go. You can add links now. What link were you trying to add? Let's take a look at this here. Ooh. Oh, those are cool. Oh, are you doing, what is it, Epic? Oh, there's a bunch of, like, military stuff. That's very cool. I dig it. That's looking awesome. Oh, Flames of War. I think my community member Colin has mentioned Flames of War before. And actually, you may enjoy in the server, now that you've joined, there is a channel called The List of Miniatures to End All Lists. there is a spreadsheet of over 100 different miniature manufacturing companies. And you're welcome to go in and peruse. Basically, I just wanted everyone to know, how many more options there are for miniature painting. So, a lot of people are only familiar with the big name companies, WizKids. Some people are familiar with Malifaux. Some people are familiar with Mantic, Reaper Minis, obviously Games Workshop. But the goal there was to try and really just spread that love out for different companies. Add a little bit of something new to everybody's collection. Well, I work in a board game store. There's also a hobby store. So there you go. There you go. That's good to hear. Well, in that case, maybe there'll be some cool companies that you can show your boss. Like I said, there's over 100 companies I've got listed there. So maybe there'll be something that'll be cool for your shop. Who knows? Hey Jester, Play-Doh is made. Should have worn gloves. Yeah, that stuff can be sticky. Fantastic listening to the D&D chatter. I got a dart. Have a good one there, Jester. And have a glorious day to you too, buddy. It's all good. I knew what you meant. No one's going to get offended here. I misspeak all the time, so... Let's see here. Alright, so I need to go over here, just double check how clear of a coat I did on there. That guy I could probably just use just a little extra there. I should also mention, Mark, those 100 companies, not a single one of them is STL exclusive. If I was just listing off things that you could find from my mini factory, this wouldn't be nearly as impressive. But no, those are all companies that you can order from and get a physical mini mailed off to you. So my goal was to help people such as myself without those. I don't suppose any of them would have advice on dealing with a trapped rat. Oh, do you've got a rat in a trap? Wear thick leather gloves. Army commissions, not looking for work in chat, but I meant every day, or a paint every day. Well, okay, that's cool. And even do board game minis like Hellboy to try and improve painting every day. Oh, that's fantastic. Well, I've got a very lovely community who is always excited to see new things, and they're very supportive. So if you ever wanted to improve or get feedback, someone might be able to give some there. But that's exciting stuff. Yeah, no worries. I wasn't worried about you trying to look for gigs. That's not at all what I presume when people say that they do commissions. When someone says they do commissions to me, I just say that's really cool. That's awesome. I hope If you want to share, yeah, I was just gonna say, feel free to share your Instagram. Keen to have a G's. A G's? Like G's? But yeah, no, something witchy. Gloves? Are you just trying to release it outside? Slang for a look. I have not heard that before. I learned something new. A look. Short G. G's. It's a Kiwi slang. Oh, good stuff. Is it G's or Gees? Because it's spelled the same way I would say like geez. Gees. Interesting. Interesting. Did you figure out your rat thing though? I don't know if it's like a box that I got trapped in. I'm gonna go deal with that now. Okay. Live trap. Cool stuff. Yeah, no, I mean, like, normally what I would just do is I would just make sure you got some gloves. You know, take it out as far as you can away from the house. Just release it there. Let's take a look at this Instagram, though. Mega Ministar. Ooh, I'm liking these. Oh, I'm already following you. Hey, look at that. Ah, I see, I see. Oh, that's right, that's right. Yes, right. They're wrecking your guys' ecosystem. Best I can recommend, if you have anything like a CO2 canister, if you want to put them down humanely, you know, in the least painful way you can do possible. If you can get like a little box, put them in there, hook a CO2 hose to it, and just turn it on and just leave it there for 30 seconds or a minute. The CO2 will knock them out and they'll pass away in their sleep. That's right. Kay was telling me that they are wreaking havoc to the New Zealand environment. But yeah, that's how farmers or like rat breeders for like snake food put them down. It's one of the only legal ways to do so in at least in Canada and the States. Yeah, no natural predators. Yeah, and if you just bring in a foreign predator, it'll just get worse. You got no pythons or nothing. Yeah, I mean, if you had a pet snake, you could just feed it to the snake. But that is not the case. I understand the frustration.
Yeah, Kay was telling me about how they a lot of your birds leave their nests on the ground, and the rats in the community and the was it the hamsters or something like that? Um, like both of which were invasive. They go and they break open the eggs and they eat them before they have the time to hatch. Which is like super destructive. If you want to kill it and warn other rats, put its head on a pike. Oh my goodness. No, don't do that. Please don't do that. That is holy metal. Let's see here. So we're just gonna come in here. We're just gonna do a little whoop. Another little whoop. It's a real shame because rats and mice are quite cute. They're real cute animals. Let's see here. Out there. We've had some very cool Temmies. Check out Space Hulk. Temmies? Oh, Terminators. Yes. No, the Space Hulk Terminators are super cool. I actually, the person that got me into Warhammer, she gave me her Gene Stealers from the Space Hulk game. And I've looked at them online, and they're very cool Terminators. I would totally consider getting them, but it would have to be like a slow acquisition. Something that I would have to do over time. But I agree, they're very cool looking. Do. Got myself the Deathstorm ones. Yeah. I think if I was gonna do that, it'd probably just mostly be after the dude that has the, what's it, like the two lightning claws. He's got a really cool model. Alright, so now that I've done that, it's time to take out that strong wash. Yeah. We're just gonna, let's see here, which brush is that one? That's my number 5. It's not terrible. You know, what if I actually just use the proper wash brush? Well, quote unquote proper wash brush. There we go. Yeah, you know, that'll do. Great job. Just put that on there. And just one drop at a time. Oh wait, no, I wanted to start with this one here, because this is going to be the driest. Hello, Mellow 3D. Nice to see you. I was actually going to be reaching out to you. I was going to say if you wanted to join what has started to become the Mellow community, because Mellow Miniatures joined over in my Discord. That's too funny. How are you doing today? It's nice to see you. Let's see, that guy's got a little bit here. Yeah, I like that. There we go. Well, it's lovely to have you here. I hope you're having a great day. I am just trying to wrap up all of these Space Marines. They are, I tell you, they take a long time when you've got like 40 of them. I'm doing well. Hope I am doing well. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. The other day, a community member had sent me actually the other half of the box that this guy came in. So I, way back when, yeah. If you just type in !Discord, you'll get a link to the Discord. Jack is Mellow Miniatures. And I, Chris, am me. What was I gonna say? Yeah, no. A few years back, I had got this really cool box set called Dark Vengeance, and you know, due to being in between jobs, I had to sell off some things, and my favorite half of that box happened to be one of the things I had to say, you know, ta-ta for now. So, you know, wonderful community member heard me out and was like, hey, you know, I've got two of this box. Do you want half? And I was like, yes, I would love that. Something witchy. I love the autocannon. Isn't he just like so cool looking? I love him so much. Let's pull him up closer here. Like, he's got so much like decoration going on. Like, here you can see I kind of grinded off in a very unclean manner his Dark Angels thing, but he's so cool looking. Or this dude with the power sword. Like, oh man. But what are you up to today, Mellow 3D? Doing any painting or printing today? Yeah, I'm glad you like this the autocannon guy too. He's absolutely hands down one of my favorites. Um, a lot of these, I hate the term, but a lot of like the regular Space Marines, I'm just gonna do tabletop ready. Ugh, I'm using that word. I don't like how it comes out of my mouth. But these Terminators, I'm gonna give my proper, thorough love and attention to, because they are just such nice sculpts. If anyone's wondering why do I dislike the word tabletop ready, it, you know, what people consider to be tabletop ready should be up to their own personal expectations and not a community expectation that is put onto people, especially people who just frankly don't want to paint. So that's why I don't like using that word. And hey, Slumpter, nice to see you there, buddy. They're looking good. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. What are you up to today? Are you working on your airplane diorama still? I'm sorry I haven't been able to make it up to any of your streams lately. I've been pretty exhausted as of lately. Oh, well, thank you so much, Slumpter. Slumpter, let me give you a quick SO here. And actually, also, Mellow3D, who is also here, is also a streamer. So let me go in here. Sorry, I don't have a mod to do these commands here for me. Otherwise, I would. So shout out for Slumpter and shout out for Mellow3D. There we go. Oh, really? You're not gonna do it for Mellow3D? Come on. Let's do that proper. Let's try that again. Nightbot. There we go. Probably a cooldown timer. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate your kind words there. I enjoy having people come and hang out with me more than anything else here. So the fact that you come out and you say hello and you give me some of your time of day, you know, it's just you know, you guys are very much my social life as of this this last, I think, 4 months. I've been streaming for 4 months. Can you believe that? I can't. You know, it's been nothing but a pleasure to have all of you. You know, get to know a bunch of you, get to hear your stories, find out the cool things that you guys are doing in real life. You know, give all of us a little bit of respite from how stressful this year has been. Can I just say how angry this guy looks? I think I need to do another wash under everyone else. Like, look how angry he is. Oh my god, I love it. Might have to make the others a little bit angrier. You'll be lurking. Your class is not required. Yes, working on the plane though. Rescue. Hello, built. Cool. Right? Yeah, he's real angry looking. I'm liking that. You guys are all going to become just a little bit angrier. Ooh. Let's do a little bit more in there. I liked how that turned out there. This brush is a little overloaded, so we're just going to keep in and just going to go shoop and absorb some of that. We're going to go in. I see I didn't do a good job there. And this one, we're going to go shoop. And yeah, oh, I see there's like a white spot there. I don't want a white spot. Except for the burgers. The burgers are not too bad. And you know, we're going to put in a little bit more there. I don't use washes very often, so I'm kind of rusty with like application and doing the Emperor's work. I'm looking at a 92 Toyota model. Ooh, like like the model came from the year 1992. That's old, man. That sounds like a find. Like here I am like excited about like my models that are like got like 8 years old, but like 1992, like that's cool. Me and Mellow Miniatures actually are planning a collab. Um, we're going to be trading some minis, which I'm really looking forward to. Um, doing a little bit of a new beginnings theme, which will be fun. There we go. Now I've gone a little bit more liberal on this. It's looking a little bit nicer. Like Back from the Future, the first that's really cool. Is it a DeLorean? Is it a DeLorean cruiser? Are you doing a DeLorean? Because that's really cool if you are. I mean, I have no doubt that what you're doing is cool no matter what, but like, you know, model truck. Wow. Still though, that's really cool. Color me impressed. I don't have a single model that's old. Oh wait, no, I do have some models that are that old. I'll have to find out the exact year, but I have what I'm pretty sure are lead models in my house that were sculpted by some family members. No, the truck he won. Oh! I think I know the one you're referring to, yes. It was like the Mean Guys truck that he won. It was like the town event or something. I think I know what you're talking about. It had like the congrats thing. Was it part of the prom? I can't remember. He raced Red Hot Chili Peppers at the end of the movie. Yeah. Oh, that's right, because in the beginning of the movie, he was like, it was a radio show prize, wasn't it? Is that what it was? I have not watched Back to the Future in so many years. There was a time though that I think I was watching that movie probably once a year. So I really should know it better. Flea is evil. Yeah. They had Green something and Flea. Yeah, it was Flea's car that he won or something like that. And then they what was it? They drove it through like a farm display or something, didn't they? I remember that car, that truck that was one. If it happened in the past, like what I'm kind of maybe inaccurately remembering, I can't remember. Like it just got trashed. All right, so that was a little excessive. Take that out there. Take that out there because that's excessive. You know, work it like a syringe. Just soaking up the parts that are too much and then redistributing those. There we go. Yeah, Back to the Future was a great movie. Classic. Total classic. The second one was super dark. The first movie comes back to the end and races flee, but doesn't. It could have totaled the new truck. He comes back at the end and races flee. Why do I not remember that movie ending with a race? Oh, my memory must be broken. I'll have to just rewatch it. Yeah, I remember him admiring a truck. Like that part's familiar to me. And when you first saw that truck, you fell in love with 4x4s. 4x4s are great. I'm from the countryside, and like having a 4x4, even if it's a car, like is a necessity of daily life. Because if your vehicle doesn't have four-wheel drive, you're actually like at risk of getting stuck in places. So it's like it's like one of those things that's kind of like a no-brainer. Like it's not like the city at all. You can't get by with just two-wheel drive. But I am from a frozen wasteland, and I recognize that is my experience. Looking at one similar and thinking back to the future truck. Oh yeah, my wife only drives AWD. All right. They don't plow and maintain the roads. Yep. Nope. Exactly. It's definitely one of those things that's like, you know, if you need it in your area where you live, like it's not a matter that's up for debate. Obviously, if I was to have or to pay extra for a four-wheel drive truck here in like the lower mainland where it snows twice a year, and it only lasts for 24 hours, obviously it would be a financial waste unless I plan on traveling with my truck. So thus I do not have a truck. Too big of a brush. So I'm going to get some in the eyes. I'm not too worried about it right now. In case anyone's like, oh no, they messed it up. No, that's fine. Don't really like that. Let's see here. Right now, all I'm really worried about is just, making sure some of the lines stand out. And I can always just re-go over the eyes again. looking great right there. No. And that brush at that size is too flimsy. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back and grab a bigger brush and do that same line that I'm trying to do there. And really get any excess water out of it before I even start. Don't want to overhydrate the paint. And we're just going to go in here. We're going to go whoop. And a little whoop. And there. And that's going to help out there. That's going to help out there. We're just going to a little bit more expressionable. Just do one line here, one line here. I think I need to, let's see here, if I do like that. Yeah, when I'm doing that, you guys can see it. And probably need to reduce the exposure a little bit, so you guys can see the details. Oh, Ganon, you're being so cute. Let's give Ganon a little bit of screen time here. Look at that cat. Look at that cat. Look at that cat. Look at him. Look how cute he is. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I couldn't resist. Resistance was futile. And exposure is still too high. But I can see, so that's good. Oh, you're gonna scoot off? You have yourself an excellent rest of the night there. Something witchy. Lovely to see you. Thank you for dropping in. And feel free to share some of the paintings that you do in the Discord, too. I've seen some of your minis. You are a phenomenal painter. I would love to share some of your stuff. You know, I feel like that actually right there is missing a little bit. Let's go here. We're just gonna go whoop. And from a distance. That works nicely. There we go. So for those who are still hanging in there, I hope you're all having a wonderful day. Tell me a little bit about the projects you're working on. Whoop. That's bad. Whoopsies. Just go in there with a wet brush. Try and scrape that off there. There we go. Mostly came out. And just fix that with some wash again. A little hungry, so it's not doing good for my brush strokes. Which means I'm probably going to need to call things short, maybe when I finish this batch of helmets.
let's see here. So I've got that. Did I already do that one? No, I did not. Alright, that's going to be the last Terminator here. This last one with a cool looking helmet. Oh, well, thank you there, Nicole. Nice to see ya, nice to see ya. Catching me near the end of the stream. But I'll be here for at least a couple more minutes. That looks way cooler now. Let's see here. I'll adjust that. You guys can see what I'm talking about. Look how cool these guys are. Isn't that cool looking? I will say his sword at that angle isn't too noticeable. I might have to change this into trying to be like a blue sword. Probably register a lot better. When I originally had this guy was wearing black armor, so the red sword looked a lot cooler. But given the fact that it is now white, or red armor with a red sword, it doesn't really pop so much. But I can figure that stuff out. Alright, So with that being said, let's see. No, there's just a few of us here. So let's see who is online. We'll take a look here. No, not a whole lot. Looks like it's just a few people. Let's see here. Who is streaming miniature figures? Hey, no worries. Thank you so much for hanging out here with me, Slumpter. I'm just trying to see who is streaming. Why do people do that? I'm trying to find like who's streaming and is using the tag miniature figures, and I'm seeing like let's plays, like video games. It's like that's not a miniature stream. I don't know how to tell people that. Like you're not a miniature figure stream if you're using, like, if it's video games. Like it's not even like Warhammer video games, like Overwatch. Hey, no worries. Again, it's always nice to have you here. Let's see, what else is there? I can see myself in there. You know what? That is... I don't know if they... Cannot recommend anyone most off. Oh, well, thank you. It's all good, man. It's all good. Most people I'm seeing are offline. And there's, of course, Popelius. Popelius is like... You know... Popelius is Popelius. Okay, here we go. This could be cool. I see somebody is streaming a Gundam. And those are technically miniatures. Just want to see if there's anyone who's streaming anything that's not just like I know I'm streaming Warhammer right now, but I love me some Gundams. Yeah, alright, cool. There's only a few people here, so it's all good. We'll raid with who we got. Alright, everybody. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me like this. I really appreciate just, spending time. I got to have some good conversations with people. So, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend. It's the end of the weekend for me today. So I gotta get ready, make dinner, all those things. So yeah. Let's head on over there. Oh, the button's not working. No, thanks again for coming over and hanging out with me. That's what I really appreciate here. Okay, I gotta wait for the timer to time out. That's what I gotta do sometimes. That'll work now. What if I... There we go.
And even her fucking eyebrows are like golden light.
Mellow Minis is raiding with a party of 3. Hey, what's up? Thanks for the raid. Just building this Gundam that we have so far. We're just...
And look at his clay hands with his veiny hands.
Yeah, I'm sorry about the angle. What's up, everybody? That was really unexpected.
What was I on the times? Oh yeah, so the chick, the chick, she was, honestly, she was beautiful, everything about it. She was just really marbly white, and she wasn't albino though. Even Gonza was stunned about it.
So you don't really see that many people like that here in...
Oh no, it's
down
just,
here.
It's rare, honestly.
Awesome!
Yeah.
I love the heavy arms too. It's my favorite, honestly. Remember it when I was a kid. doing this with me.
No, you're not. You got it upside down.
No? No, I don't.
I'm just joshing. Don't worry about it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Aha. This is, I believe
It's a high grade? Heavy
the
armor?
normal, heavy arms. I think the Endless Waltz is only in Master Grade?
I gotta watch the again.
What I find really cool about this one specifically is this is like the show accurate one, but I know they have like the Endless Waltz version, but they don't have it in high grade, they only have it in Master Grade. But I like that one because of the giant Gatling gun that it has. Because this one has a Oh, nice. I just barely started getting into building Gundams and stuff, so there's like a couple I've built. Those are the only two I have.
Wait, what was the reason why you got into it again?
It's because Rick got me a Gundam for my birthday, and which is
Yeah, and I helped him on that one.
that Stargazer right there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the one I helped him choose.
I instantly just liked it. Oh, thanks for following, Slumpter. Slumpter, hope I said your name right. Oh no! I knocked off its elements.
Oh, show them the next one you're gonna build. Again.
Oh yeah, if you guys stick around later today or maybe sometime tomorrow, this is the next build we're gonna be doing. It's the Blitz Gundam from Gundam Seed. That'll be next. I have a whole stack. Actually, I have 2 master grades, so we're gonna be building those a little bit later when I feel a bit more comfortable. Because one of them has way too many parts. It's excessive.
The Gundam. Where everything's excessive.
You know what? Actually, yeah, it's gonna get pretty exciting.
Sorry. Can you pick that up? I got a message.
Yeah, either way, we could.
You waking up.
I think I put this in.
I wish I could be there to help you. Honestly. But you live 30 minutes away, and I don't want to go down there.
I need to look at the picture of this because I think I put the leg on backwards. No, let's put it on right. Question mark. That looks right. No. Oh, nice, Limter. Yeah, there was like there was someone watching my stream yesterday, and they were talking about how they enjoyed model car builds. So I thought that was really neat too. How you can like, they're like the same but different type of thing. I didn't think I was gonna get into building Gundam models, but I think I'm more into just building models in general. It's just something about like putting it together and like customizing it and making it your own, while maintaining its like original form, I guess.
Probably in the future he's gonna custom build a vape. Who knows? Maybe an AR-15.
I don't think you can stream that on Twitch. I think that's not allowed.
That is true.
Right now, I need beef.
Recommendation if you have tape. It's like the khaki colored one. I forgot the name of it.
Oh, like masking tape?
Yeah, the masking tape. Thank you. You could wrap it around. It would be easier to spot which ones are A1s and stuff.
You know what? That'd be
Just
a good
saying.
idea.
Because that's what I do.
I wanted to get like those like little post-it notes for. That's where all the parts are. I wanted to put like little post-it notes to color coordinate them to see which part I was gonna need next. I forgot to get some of those parts.
If you do get like really into like gun into the gunpla and stuff, and you start customizing your own with paintings and stuff, I suggest you learn how to draw, at least some Gundam stuff, introduced, so that you can be more excited for it. You get me?
Yeah, I was
Like, how you
actually
want the-
I was interested in like doing like some Photoshop for like some. Oh man, I just smacked them. Mic right now.
Not smacking the mic.
I was interested in doing some Photoshop for like customizing them, like if I was customizing this with like figuring out what I can, like what colors or designs I want to etch into it. So I'm looking into that.
It won't take that long. It's just a little bit of study. Yeah, just a little bit of study. You get me?
Oh, that's really cool, Slumter. Yeah, there's a lot of model kits.
Yeah, Mello.
Alright, see you later, Mellow Minis.